So, believe it or not, it was my husband, Bart, who said, hey, why don't you do the dark side of funeral homes? And that one was a gold mine. All right, I'm going to give the kid warning now.
I was about to say, I think I know where this is going.
Yeah, I'm going to give the kid warning right now. And you probably don't want them hearing this. So we're just going to go ahead and put that out there.
Oh, no.
All right.
I don't know if I want to hear it.
Right. So I found a website, Confessions of a Funeral Director. And this was one of his confessions, not of his funeral home, but he confirmed that this was true. In 2002, it was discovered that the tri-state crematory had been scattering the bodies rather than properly cremating them. Over 300 bodies were discovered on the crematory's property. It was revealed that the crematory had been giving the families concrete dust instead of ashes.
No way.
Some of the bodies were never identified. So the tri-state crematory scandal is indeed true. It did happen. It happened in the Noble community in Northwest Georgia and came to national attention in 2002.
Wow.
What does that mean, scattered? Like there's just all these bodies still in the crematorium?
Yeah. No, on the property. So like the land that the property is on, they just chucked bodies out there.
Oh my God.
Why wouldn't you? Okay, I have questions. I'll have to research later because that's insane.
That is.
And they're not the only ones to do that.
Oh,
You're kidding.
Of course not.
What? You've one job.
Right.
You literally have one job.
The Return to Nature funeral home in Penrose, Colorado, was involved in a high-profile scandal in which the owners were accused of improperly storing bodies and giving families fake ashes. So in October of 2023, so just a year ago, investigators discovered nearly 200 decomposing bodies stacked in the funeral home. The bodies were found after authorities responded to a report of an abhorrent smell. The owners, John and Carrie Halford, are accused of a number of crimes, including abuse of a corpse, money laundering, and theft. They also allegedly fabricated cremation records and gave families fake ashes. The funeral home was ordered to pay $950 million to the families of the victims in a civil case. However, it's unlikely that the Halfords will pay the sum because they are in serious financial difficulties.
I bet.
John Halford is in custody while his wife is out on bail.
Like the amount of work you went to cover that up when you could have just burned the bodies.
You would think that's the easy thing to do.
Yeah.
You would think, but apparently not. And then Colorado back at it again.
Oh,
Okay. New
another
fear
one.
unlocked.
So, a new podcast explores the Montrose funeral home scandal that rocked Colorado. So, Ashley Fance is the host of Cover Up, Body Brokers. And it's a podcast that dives into the shady world of selling body parts and the Sunset Mesa funeral home fiasco. So, in 2018, reports emerged that Sunset Mesa Funeral Home, run by Megan Hess and her mother, Shirley Coach, had been operating an illegal side business selling human body parts.
Oh my God.
What?
Oh my God.
The FBI raided the funeral home where agents found bags of cement that they suspected were being mixed into cremated remains and seized computers with troves of incriminating emails. After Hess and her mother eventually accepted a plea deal in which they admitted to stealing bodies or body parts from hundreds of victims, a judge sentenced them each to more than a decade in prison in January of 2023.
That is wild. There's a market for human body parts.
Yes.
I mean, I knew there was a market for human body parts like coming out of a fresh body, right? Like transplant goods, but who's buying a severed human hand?
Well, what is that about?
I have no idea. But when I started, and I'm like, no way these stories are real. Like, no, but no, they 100% absolutely. Now, I did fall down this Reddit rabbit hole of funeral directors and some of the crazy stories involving families. So it didn't really necessarily fall under a dark side. But Confessions of a Funeral Director, I am going to do that later this week because the stories of what like they witness families do and the insanity, because obviously grief, it doesn't always bring out the best side of people. There are some insane funeral home stories with the families that I will definitely share. Doesn't, like I said, doesn't fall under like this dark side or whatever, but so
Can't
yeah.
even die in peace anymore.
What do you think the most in-demand body part is? Like, what do you think goes for the most? You think people get legs? No,
head.
stop. No.
The head?
The head.
Yeah, it would have to be the head.
I think it has to be the head.
Yeah, it gotta be the head.
You think someone just got a bunch of heads in their basement?
Yeah. You was thinking freaky, wasn't you?
I thought you were thinking freaky.
I was.
You were thinking you were thinking a different kind of head, weren't you?
Yeah, I was.
The Bert Show.